Ladies and gentlemen, welcome you to Insights from Inside, powered by iGCB. Today we have our distinguished guest, Vishal Singh, Regional Head for Africa with iGCB. Vishal, I'm really happy to have you here today with us.
Thank you, Mithu.
Great. So we were having a conversation about how iGCB has been making a difference in partnering for digital transformation. I do hear that we recently won an award last year for for a great implementation that was done in the market. Would you want to share something about it?
A Cooperative Bank of Kenya, they won an Asian Bankers Award for our omni-channel platform. And the unique pattern of this whole thing was it was a co-built kind of an approach where we worked with the bank and bank's team to develop the whole solution jointly. And they were using our technology like iTurmeric as a enterprise layer, where they use the technology to build the whole solution, where we trained the team to run the show. And that is how they created a very unique, so-called image in the market, which was appreciated by one and all. In fact, even in Africa, in Kenya itself, in the media, it was highlighted. That is one of the most unique experiences that customers are having with Cooperative Bank's omni-channel platform.
Perfect. And I think it goes so much in sync with our DNA, right?
Right.
Customers first and
Absolutely.
a complete model of partnership.
Absolutely.
Maybe actually not just believe in giving them the technology, but our knowledge, insights, and a support that they need to make it run the show.
You're so right.
Right.
Yeah, I think you're so right. And I think that's what is one of the missing factors in the market today, because everything has become so commercialized and so called business minded these days, that this very essential part of emotional centricity of customers is missing. And I think that is where intellect, I think, comes from the top management itself. This is our strong DNA, I think, which clients are now appreciating, that we are there through their thick and thin times.
Absolutely. As we call ourselves to be a very human organization,
Yeah,
right?
you're right.
Great. So I think just taking a lead from one of your initial answers where you said that retail banks are still facing a mind block or a challenge in adopting and emerging with new technology. Would you want to throw some light on that, on how can they really overcome this challenge?
Okay, I can in fact say very confidently, in the recent times we have been pursuing certain opportunities which fortunately worked out in our favor, where we were able to change some of the existing vendors in the bank. Now, vendor loyalty, whether you call it vendor loyalty, you call it brand loyalty, whatever you call it, is very high in the banks, as I said earlier. Because once a bank goes to a vendor, it is always looked at as a long-term relationship, especially if it is a core banking. And in this case, what happened is we were able to replace some of our competitors, credible competitors in the market, and we replaced their core banking with our Intellect IDC. And one of the key factors, when I was having a conversation with their MD and the CEOs, one of the key factors that they said was the difference why they came to Intellect is that they realized, and they saw us during the conversations of before we signed the contract and all that. They realized the kind of attention that we were paying to their very small, minute details, and trying to be part of them was, I think, what was the most emotional trigger. And they said that is what they're looking with a partner, because they say once you buy a solution, you need to live with somebody for long. And I think that is where this factor of emotional quotient comes into play. And our solutions are, of course, technology-wise, fortunately, we are leagues ahead in the market today with our embark.ai technology coming into play. I think we will, the way things stand, I think very soon we will be defining as to how banking needs to be done and what kind of technology platforms people need to use. So keeping all that in mind, and they're seeing the kind of emotional quotient with us, a good technology platform, I think it's a very good marriage to have with customers. And that's what I think is making a difference in the market.
Africa is a very diverse continent. With this diversity, your solutions are being accepted and adopted across different countries.
Right.
How are you contextualizing? Is the need, demand, and the transformation journey different across the continent?
Interestingly, yes. It's not a one cut fits all kind of situation. Though banking, of course, if you look at banking is banking. you debit an account, you credit an account, lending, everything remains the same. I think it is more of an approach how you approach your clients today. Clients have become more sensitive to the kind of services banks are giving, and again, banks have also realized, just like we have realized, that we need to be more close to the clients on an emotional quotient. Clients are also, realizing as a bank that they also need to be connected to the customer more closely. And to connect more closely to the customers, they need to be on a technology which can reach to them easily. As I said, that mobility is one of the biggest platforms in Africa. It is spread across the region, and having mobile banking, internet banking, omni-channel platforms, I think all these things are really helping the banks to cover the last mile.
That's brilliant. And I think I'm just intrigued to also ask you, Vishal. Just last year,
Hmm.
there was an implementation which I think your team, turned it around within from deal signing to delivery within 3 months, if
That's
I'm
correct.
right.
That's correct.
Would you want to shed some light on that?
Yes, interesting case, because the reason why that happened is because uh, I earlier mentioned the deal where we are replacing our existing competitor in the market. So the client's AMC with the existing vendor was running out in those 3 to 4 months time. So the challenge that the MD put to us is that if that doesn't happen, what will happen is we'll have to renew the AMC, and there's a huge cost to that. So can you guys help me to get this thing done?
Wow.
And I think we took up the challenge.
And he could really trust us in that limited
We
time.
we put the team on site completely, because as in Intellect we do all implementations on our own. We don't believe in partner based implementations, though we have partner network for sales, but implementations are all done by Intellect. So the solution is ours, the people are ours, the people who go and implement are ours. So the end to end, customer is always dealing with one entity. So that's a huge shift. So I think that is what made that happen, where we were able to turn around that site and make it live in 4 months.
Absolutely. And I think what a proud moment for us
Very
all,
proud,
right?
very proud.
It's true to our promise.
More than anything else, the customer was very happy, because we helped him save huge amount of money,
Absolutely.
and the risk that he was looking at. So I think that is where it became a great success.
Thank you, Vishal, for spending your time with us and sharing some great insights with us from the market. I would request banks to please tune in and do look out for Vishal for any more information, trends, and what's next for the Africa market. Do keep tuning in and knowing a lot more insightful conversations from leaders at iGCB.